Hey everyone, it's xScarlife here. In this video I'm going to walk you through all of the add-ons and Weakauras that I use to make gathering in the War Within much more enjoyable. From quality of life improvements to answering some of your most asked questions, so let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about the essential Weakauras that I use for mining and herbalism. The first one is called Overloaded Elemental Nodes, and this Weakaura makes it super easy to identify nodes that can be overloaded by displaying the overload icon next to your mouse cursor whenever you hover over it. And this is paired perfectly with this one, which is called Clickable Icons Elemental Overload. This Weakaura lets you overload nodes by simply clicking the button that appears, so you don't have to waste any time dragging the icons to your action bar. And as a bonus, it even allows you to drink the Vial of Truesight without any hassle, which is of course super handy. I also use a knowledge point tracker which is called Maya's knowledge point tracker. Now this one is really useful because it shows you the difference between weekly and unique knowledge points. Plus, if you have the TomTom add-on installed, it will guide you with an arrow straight to the vendor or location where you can collect your knowledge points. Now let's shift gears and dive into some of the most common questions that I get about add-ons I use for gathering. First up is FarmHud. This is the green circle that you see in the middle of my screen. Now one question that I get a lot is, can I hover my mouse over the gathering nodes? Now by default you can't do this, but FarmHud makes it possible. Just head to the FarmHud options, go to the mouse over settings and choose a modifier key like for example the left control. You can also customize the text color for the hover over effect. Another common question is how to turn off the trail path that shows on the minimap by default. Now don't worry, you can easily disable it. Just go into the FarmHud options under the trail paths and there you can basically turn it on or turn it off, which is also a quite easy fix. I also get asked how to keep the FarmHud circle clean and uncluttered. Now the solution to that is also that you can hide the tracking options in the FarmHud menu. I prefer a quite minimalistic view, but you can customize it however you like. And in case you don't know, you can also bind a key to quickly open or close FarmHud. For example, I have set mine to the numpad multiply key, but feel free to choose whatever that works best for you. I also often get asked about how I get that TomTom waypoint arrow that guides me through the farming routes. Now the key here is that you have to make sure that the FarmHud quest arrow feature is turned on. If it's disabled, it will show up in red, so head over to your add-on settings and make sure that the FarmHud quest arrow feature is enabled. And finally, let's talk about routes, an add-on that I use to follow pre-made routes on my map. I also have the routes import and export add-on installed, which allows me to import and export farming strings. If you are looking for some farming strings, you can go to my website that you can find in the video description. Now a common question that I get about these add-ons is how do I hide a farming route if it's overlapping with another one? Now this is a quite easy fix. You just have to open the routes options by typing /routes in your chat window, select the route that you want to hide, and under the line settings you can check the checkbox to either show or hide the farming route. Now one last tip before I say goodbye is if you want to set up the TomTom waypoint to work seamlessly with the routes add-on, you have to go into the routes options and bind the waypoint arrow key to a key, for example the numpad plus to start and the numpad minus to stop, meaning that when I press the numpad plus key on my keyboard the arrow will appear, and if I hit the numpad minus key on my keyboard the arrow will disappear. Just remember that you do need the TomTom add-on installed for this feature to work. And that's it. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more World of Warcraft content. This was xScarlife and I see you in the next one.